All right. Hello, everyone. Happy Halloween, October 31st. Welcome to episode 79 of Six Figure Live. Give me one moment here as I get the feed pulled up so I can see comments come on through. Photographed a wedding on Saturday. It was an amazing wedding. Freaking stunning couple. So much fun, too. So much fun. And I'm going to show you guys a couple shots here, and I'm going to unpack a little bit about how I got the shot. And I'm going to tie this back to Friday's episode of Q&A Friday. So thank you guys for joining me. Say what's up. Give me a comment, a thumbs up, a hi. Let me pause this. Dropbox always wants to sync in the middle of each episode, so let me pause that up, make sure that the feed's coming through clean. Okay, perfect. What's up, everybody? Ben Adams, Nate, who else is here? Say hi, everyone. All right, let me know if there's any trouble. Hey, Amy, what's up, girl? Thanks to everyone, by the way. Last Friday's episode of Q&A Friday, Dropbox was interfering with things, and it was causing some lag, so I appreciate you guys letting me know. We'll try to keep things polished. And at the same time, it's live, and so things happen. You guys, thank you so much for joining me. Look, my name is Ben Hartley with Style and Story Creative and Six Figure Photography, and we are here in Columbus, Ohio at the Style and Story Creative Studio. Ben Adams is out shooting an engagement session. Steven's normally behind me, but he's got a little bit of what's it called? A fever. There it is. So we're keeping him away. We're keeping that kid out of here, man. The entire purpose of Six Figure Live is to bring you guys behind the scenes, to let you know what we're thinking about, what we're doing as a studio, and then as well just to get you guys inside my head. And honestly, it's just a really great way for me to be super candid with you guys, and for you guys to drop comments and leave thoughts. Dustin, what's up, man? The Ben Hartley is the new title. Did I say the Ben Hartley? Oh man, the classic. Okay, cool. So here we go. I want to jump in and talk about something real quick that was asked from me on Friday, and I've been thinking about it a lot. I was thinking about it a lot at my wedding. The question came into to the inbox for Q&A Friday, and it said this. It said, I'm having a hard time trying to figure out where exactly to be, where to stand in order to get great shots. And at first I thought it was, honestly, I thought it was a silly question. Like, what do you mean where to stand? But man, I guess I got to rewind, because I think we've all been there. I mean, even when I first started, it might sound like a really trivial thing, but it's not. It's a legitimate question. I think it's something that we probably all kind of struggle with to some degree, or I think we see a lot of these like crazy, amazing shots online of these contests or whatever, and we're like, how in the hell did they get that client like across like some ravine on top of a mountain, and what are you even shooting with? And so I felt like it was still worth addressing more, and I gave an answer, but I wanted to compound on top of my answer. And so I was thinking about this so much at my wedding, and I came back with a couple shots that I wanted to show you guys that really tie in directly to this. And so, Cole, what's up, my man? So the way that I answered it, by the way, on Friday was I told her this. I said, first off, practice, right? Like practice. That's how you get better. That's how you start to figure out where to stand, where to be in order to get the shots. And we all know that. But I want to compound on that, because you guys, on the wedding day itself, you should still be practicing. This is what I mean. When I'm even like doing the getting ready, we'll get there and we'll be doing like getting ready shots for like 2 hours sometimes. You guys, I'm not just taking getting ready shots for 2 hours. I'm practicing for when she's done getting ready. And now we have 5 minutes before she has to hop into a limo for me to rock out some freaking badass shots. And so I'm practicing on bridesmaids. I'm practicing with lighting setups. I'm practicing shooting through things and trying to figure out the room and what do I have to work with. And so when that time comes, I'm going to be able to nail it. And so actually, I'm going to hop over. I want to show you a shot where I was practicing the shot before it even happened, and before I even knew that I was going to be able to convince the bride to get ready kind of in public, like to put her dress on in public. And so I was like, man, if I can get her to do this, it's going to be sweet. Let me set the stage. We were shooting at the Franklin Park Conservatory in Columbus, Ohio, and I love the conservatory. It's an amazing venue, but the bridal suite, how many of you have shot in one of those bridal suites that's like this really small, dark, greenish yellow light? It's not even tungsten. It's not even orange. It's like green yellow, and you're in like a 10 foot by 10 foot box, and they call it the bridal suite because they've got a full length mirror in it, right? You know what I'm talking about. And so the bride's about to get ready here, and I'm like, I can't, this doesn't sit well with me. There's so many great opportunities here. And so I asked the bride to go get ready at a shot that I had been practicing earlier in the day. But it was out where like people were out walking around, and luckily she was able to, she was up for it. She did it. And so let me hop over, because let's take a look at Lightroom here. Perfect. You guys, so this is where she got her dress on, and it was inside of the conservatory public space, under this, like, I don't even know what to call it, like a not a gazebo. It was like this metal rail gazebo, essentially the skeleton of a gazebo. And I was not on top of this. I climbed on top of this later, but I wasn't on top of this as she put her dress on. But as I had been climbing around it earlier in the day, practicing how I could use this. And then the mom's in the top right there, and the mom was like, "All right, girls, we have to like fluff out our dress and pull the stuff." You guys, I didn't direct this. This is literally happening. And as it's going on, I like jump up, shimmy up on top of there, have my second shooter, give me my camera, and I was able to shoot this. And the only reason I was able to shoot this was because I had practiced it earlier, and I was aware, and I was anticipating a moment, and I was looking for this. I was hoping that this would happen, and I had the balls to ask the bride and own it, that like, hey, it's gonna look like really green in here. Will you be open to going out? So this is one shot I want to talk about. I want to talk about practice, and actually practicing on the wedding day. Never stop practicing, you guys. The other thing that I talked about was moving, right? Moving your body, anticipating shots. Let me come back to me for a second. Anticipating moments, but I talked a lot about moving, like moving your butt, not sitting there with a 24-70 or a 7200 and just zooming in, zooming out, getting the shot, but how we shoot with primes, and how that really forces our brain to work, and it forces us to move our feet. It forces us to get around. But on top of that, guys, more than anything, when it comes to knowing where to stand, where to be on a day to get the shot, it is all about anticipating moments, anticipation. And there's two ways to become really good at, well, really three ways to become really good at anticipation. Number one, I've already talked about, and that's practice, right? That's number one. Number two is actually EQ, emotional intelligence, you guys. When you start to learn how to empathize and relate to people and understand people and the way that people work, it has a lot to do with understanding the way people move. I'm not kidding with this stuff. Like, it's not just about dialogue and communication, but emotional intelligence has a lot to do with understanding where people are going to go and what people are going to do next. But the next one is this, you guys. When it comes to anticipating moments and knowing where to be, the number one thing I think that stops photographers from being able or puts a roadblock up from being able to anticipate moments is you don't know your gear like the back of your hand. You guys, listen to me when I say this. The easiest part of a wedding day should be your gear. That should hands down be like the most basic thing is knowing your gear like the back of your hand. You should be able to do it with your eyes closed. And this gets in the way of anticipating moments because you're too busy trying to figure out, man, do I go servo? Do I go one shot? Why isn't my hitting focus? What shutter should I be? What aperture should I be? I don't know. Is my ISO too high? What lens should I have? How do I use a TTL flash? Off camera flash? I know this trigger's not working. And your brain can't focus on anticipating the moments because you're so stuck in your head thinking about your camera. You're chimping. You're looking at the back of your screen when real moments are going on, you guys. And I see this all the time. This is why. If you're not getting like the shot, it's because you don't know your gear like the back of your hand. Stop looking at the back of the camera all the damn time, and be looking at people, right? Be looking at people. Even when I shoot with like both eyes open. One eye's looking through my camera lens, right? And the other eye is just like out looking around. And I've been told it looks a little freaky at times, but you should be looking around and scouting and aware at all times. I want to show you guys a shot that I was able to capture simply because I was anticipating moments and I knew my gear so well. Ryan, what's up, man? Sky, hey, Ben. So I did my first piece of live video today during an engagement shoot. Thanks to the push, dude. That's awesome, man. All right, let me hop back in here. I want to show you guys a shot. So it was an Indian wedding. Well, actually, it was a fusion wedding. And so, again, Franklin Park Conservatory. And let me hop back into here. And there was this time when it was the ceremony. And I was right up there with the couple, with like a 35 millimeter, like all up in there. And I wanted to step back. And so I like took off. They were doing this thing where 5 times they got to, I'm not sure exactly the tradition, but 5 times they put this this stuff inside of this other thing. I'm sorry, I don't know exactly what they were doing, but they did it 5 times. And on the 3rd time, I was shooting with the 35. And then I was like, I want to step back. I want to run to the back of the room and see if I can find something more interesting. And so I like bolted back there with the 7200. And I shot this at 70 millimeters. You should be able to see my EXIF data here. Now it's not showing up. Anyhow, 70 millimeters, ISO 800, 1 over 1/250th of a second, 2.8. And anyhow, like this is about knowing your gear so much that you can get to the back of the room, shoot this, and then get back up front, switch lenses back to the 35. It's anticipating the moment. It's waiting for this perfect thing to happen. It's timing it all up so the videographer isn't smack dab in the middle, which he was for a lot of it, and I was in his way, I'm sure, at times too. But you guys, like, this is how you get good: is you practice. You know your gear. You know empathy. You move your body. Like, again, you guys, I was all over the place during this ceremony, and not in an obnoxious way, but in a really intentional way. And that's so critical. And the couple's gonna like freak out when they get to see this in combination then with the 35 millimeters up, like the exact same shot. Again, they did it 5 times, but up close, wide and tight, 35 millimeter. Let me hop back to me here for a second. If you don't know what to do, I want to encourage you guys, go close, go really close and wide, like 35 wide, then go far away, go really far back and compress in. When I say compress in, I'm saying 85, 100, 135, 70, 200. So go close, go far back, climb up high, go on top of something, right? That goes back to this shot here. Go on top of something, right? Go on top and then go low. Go all the way down low and lay on your back and shoot up. Go close, go far, go wide, go tight, go high, go low. Go all over the damn place, you guys, but move your feet. So anyhow, I just felt like I wanted to give that answer, or that question rather, a better answer, because I think I didn't get a chance to talk about anticipation. And the number one thing is knowing your gear, you guys. Know your gear. So anyhow, that's it. I had to leave you guys with that, and I want to show these images. I haven't showed the couple of these, so hopefully I'll get a chance to drop a couple online for them today. Again, it was just Amy and Samir, and they were so fun, and they trusted me, and it made all the difference in the world. It made all the difference, you guys. So that's it. Thanks for hanging out. And I guess I just had to say that. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the emails. I've gotten a handful of emails over the weekend. I really appreciate it. I've gotten some well wishes. My wife is having twins, and so she's just being a badass mother effer back home, taking care of a 2-year-old, carrying my twins, just working her ass off in every way. So shout out to my wife, Leslie. You guys, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Please remember that your income, the amount that you make, is a direct result of how well you serve your clients. Don't forget that, you guys. My goodness, don't forget it. Keep working hard. We'll talk soon. Cheers, everyone.